Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. You guys already know what the process is now. We are going to go and visit another one of the Archeologist dig sites to go and check how good the professors are for a certain dig site. Now, when I started this, I thought we'd get very similar results from all the dig sites, and in terms of the XP and the GP, we absolutely have. They have been very sound and very within a certain range. However, the different dig sites and the different materials which you can get from the dig sites have a profound effect on what you get in terms of loot per hour. But also, we are getting very different ranges of the binding contracts as well. So that's why I've decided to continue this series and complete the rest of the different dig sites to show you guys how much GP you can make from certain ones. And then towards the end, we'll do a video to wrap everything up to show you guys which ones are the best ones going. So the ones we've got left to do is only 3 left. So we're going to do the Cenestine, the Zamorak, and then finally the Demon Heim dig site. In this episode, we're going to go to Demon Heim and see how much we can make in a 2-hour aura. Now, as you know from the previous videos, we're going to pretty much rock up the same setup. So for this, in the inventory, I have 2 yak pouches, a set of yak scrolls, and a super restore. Now, the reason I do this is because when I get to a spot, I don't really want to continue to bank. And with tetra compasses and with some of the drops you get, your invo can get a little bit full in time. So rather than just run back and forth to the bank, I just simply bank it with the winter storage scrolls. So I think it's a good way to stay there. You don't stop thieving action as well when you're also banking, so it's just a nice little setup. In terms of what we've got in items, I have the Master Camouflage set, which I am going to be doing a video on 7-Day Bond to show you guys how much GP you can make from getting the Master Camouflage set from scratch. That's something he's going to have to do before going to the higher level of fletching stuff, so that's going to be a nice little project for him. But the Master Camouflage set is a massive bonus to use. It's got so many buffs and stuff, but it really is worthwhile using for your thieving. I have got the Master Thieving Cape or the 99 Thieving Cape. What this basically does is note drops, which you're going to thieve, which just means your invo is a lot better managed. Now, I don't know if the normal archaeologists are just going to be like non-noted, so whether you need it or not, but I just take the Thieving Cape anyway. I'm also going to take the Mushroomy Pickpocketing Bag, which isn't always needed. You can use the Oblivious perk if you want to prevent getting caught or stunned, but you do take 3 times the damage, so it might be worth it, it might not. But that is completely up to you guys as well. And as always, we are using the Sticky Fingers perk. Now, what that does, it means we're going to pickpocket 50% quicker. We are going to lose out on 33% XP, but it basically negates itself because you're looting quicker. But because we're looting 50% quicker, we are going to get some more loot. So the Sticky Fingers aura is more worth it for the loot side than it is the actual XP side. And that is pretty much going to be it. As always, we're going to bank our GP, we're going to reset our XP, and then we're going to go and head off to the Archeology dig site, and then just see how good we can get it for the next 2 hours. Now, for this one, we're going to go to Demon Heim, so we're going to take the Ring of Kinship and head over. Now, with the Demon Heim one, it is a little bit rough because it's going to be through the Imposing Door. Now, the Imposing Door, I think the Imposing Door needs something like over level 100 Archeology to do it. It's a mystery or something. Basically, it's getting to the Warp Depths, which if you haven't done it, I do have a video on my channel. But the professor is going to be in the northeast corner as well. So luckily, I can do this because, again, I've covered this. I've got 120 Archeology. But this one does have an archaeology requirement. If you don't have a level, then I would just simply say go and do one of the other spots. I don't think this is going to be one which is going to be like massively big. And the drop table from this is going to be very similar actually going to the Orphan dig site because it's going to have the same kind of materials because they kind of mimic each other as well. However, this is going to be me wrapping up for this. We're going to return a little bit later on and we can report on things like the GP as well. In terms of wrapping paper, I'm currently at 9.1k, so the next 2 hours we'll keep a track of that and see what we do in terms of wrapping paper and then report back to you guys as well. But hope you guys are enjoying the videos. If you are, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll stop from there. I'll stop waffling. We'll report back in 2 hours when we can go through the drops, artifacts, temperature compasses, and all the other little bits which we've got from this video. So there we go, the full 2 hours done at the DG dig site, and yeah, not too bad. It was very heavy on the artifacts. I probably got like something like 10. I'll put some in the bank, which I just didn't want to drag out. But yeah, so 10 artifacts, which again with the Demon Heim set is quite decent in terms of the XP, but definitely got some of the high tier stuff as well as some of the medium stuff as well. But with the base of the DG dig site being quite a highish level, it actually isn't too bad for the terms of XP. In terms of binding contracts, it definitely seemed to be again on the lower side. I think either with the Bandos one, where we got the 98, either I got very, very lucky in terms of RNG, or they've made a slight amendment to the binding contract rate, of which they're doing as well. Now, in terms of binding contracts, I'm thinking to do a little video just sort of running through which binding contracts are worthwhile doing. They're all worthwhile doing, but which ones are the best ones to do in GP for ease and also profitability as well. So that might be something we do in the future because doing this series, I've racked up a decent amount. So I've got enough time to go and do something like that as well. In terms of a GP, I've withdrawn my cash out of the bank, but I got roughly about 2.6 mil, the same as what we'd got before. And in terms of XP, 2.7 mil, well, pretty much 2.8 mil, a little bit higher than some of the other ones. And again, I've mentioned this before, where I think that with these dig sites, you definitely have a range of where you're going to be. In terms of XP for the 2 hour stint, it's between 2.6 to 2.8, and the GP is roughly going to be around 1.3 mil. You're kind of similar for like the rate of GP and the XP. They're roughly around the same, so like 1.3 to 1.5 mil on either side for that as well. But pretty decent, again, fully AFK, really enjoyable, and I love doing these videos. It's just such a shame that they're coming to an end, because it really has helped my thieving gains. Like, we're up to 160 mil now. And if you can watch some of the earlier videos where we did the thieving, probably, I think the first video was Wires. You can see, like, I started this update at 104 mil, so I've done 56 mil XP. Just from doing all these videos for you guys as well. I've not really thieved off, like, making videos and stuff, so yeah, really happy with that. Really happy with how thieving's going, and it's definitely going to be a 200 mil. If it's not done by the end of the year, it'll probably be done in January, because this is the skill I now do when I'm AFKing for videos. But in terms of the drops, again, very similar to the Orphan Digsite. They share the Digsite as well, very similar to how Cenestine will be very similar to the carried Et Digsite in Archeology, because again, they share the material. So what I'm going to go through in first, and because we've got a little bit further on from the update, you can notice that prices are starting to go down for certain items. The things which share the drop table with the like normal archaeologists in the Archeology Guild are going down. So things like the Gold Rune and the Orphan Glass will get very cheap. It might make doing archaeology a really good thing to do, because it's going to be at a cheaper rate, because it's just another way of materials coming onto the Grand Exchange. Same with Soapstone. Soapstone shared through quite a lot of drop tables, that's gone down. We have the Compass Rose, we have the Felt, we have Carbon Black, and then the two more expensive ones, Dragon Metal is more on the cheaper side, but then Orgone still holds like a 6k price. That's 2.9 mil, which again, yeah, that's all right. We've got 2.6 mil from the pouch as well, so we're going to roughly come in at 5.5 mil. And then if we just work off the price of sort of like 70 binding contracts, that's going to be 5.6 mil. So it's going to come in at about 11 mil for the 2 hour stint. So 5.5 mil per hour, roughly 1.3 to 1.4 mil XP as well. Really isn't bad. And I'm not going to say like all these high level thieving methods above like level 100, the combination of the XP and the GP you're going to get for the time you're going to spend there, it's just going to be so good. I would only recommend though these kind of methods and your thieving training to be the AFK stuff. Unless you enjoy heist and you want to go make the money at heist, I think heist will by far be better GP. You can't beat how AFK these pickpocketing is. And if you're going to do something like work from home or do some projects or do some stuff on the side, maybe you want to play the Xbox or the PlayStation or whatever, save thieving for that time, because you can make some massive progress on your account while you're doing other stuff and while you're not having to pay attention for the screen, because thieving really is that AFK. I have made so many videos over the past couple of weeks. It's because I've been able to do things like thieving, just because that's given me the freedom to do stuff, because I'm still making progress on the side with all of the different NPCs. But this is going to be another one of the artifact videos done. I don't think we have many left now. I think it might be 2 or 3 left. And then after that, we'll sort of leave thieving, apart from the one video where we're going to go and try heist and see if we can get lucky with the decent XP rates. That'll pretty much be thieving done. I think by the time like I've covered all the thieving updates, we really will be at a point where there's not much thieving XP left for me to get. So really looking forward to that. Again, we've also got some decent amount of wrapping paper as well. I think I roughly get between like 2,000 to 3,000 wrapping paper for every one of these videos. So again, it's like 1 to 1.5k wrapping paper. Still a bit slower in my opinion, but I think they'll drop some buffers definitely over the next week or two. However, without waffling on, I'm going to wrap the video up there. I hope you guys are enjoying these like little niche ones where we go and look at all the dig sites. There's definitely better dig sites than others. I do think that Buisness one was slightly higher than the rest, but I would definitely concentrate on Tetra Compass dig sites if I was looking to do this for like a legit training method. I do think these could possibly be better than Vias, but it depends on the ring price. The ring price is there and it's very good. If the ring price holds 30 mil, I would still say it's more worthwhile doing Vias, because even if you get one every 10 hours, it's going to be 3 mil additional per hour, which depends on the drop table. But we're going to wrap the video up there. I hope you guys have enjoying these videos. Please make sure to leave a like on the channel, subscribe as well. It really does help me out and for these videos to be seen by more and more people. Hope you guys are enjoying. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.